Hello, this is David from the Bookman in Orange, and I welcome you to Things Found in Old Books. Today we got a lot to cover, so let's jump right into some book archaeology. In this book here, Danby Todd by Westcott, we found this very interesting business card to the American Cafe on the Yellow Line, the Pequot Trail. And they had the best food, the prompt service, and it's Walter Simmons, proprietor. Now, this is in Rochester, New Hampshire. It's dated 1920. And on the back, they have a little map, and I think this is a map of all the trails. It must be like a camping area, but the little map is so detailed. I don't know how you can even use it, but you got a map, and you have all the lines there, and it says here, special attention to auto parties. You see a car pulling up and Joe says, "Hey, Marge, here comes an auto. Get out the checkered tablecloths." So they get out the cloths for the special attention to auto parties. You know, it must have been quite a deal back then. They must have had money. So, yeah, that was in Rochester, New Hampshire. That's very good. In this book here, let's see here, the Gregg Shorthand Manual, simplified. We found this little brochure, a little hastily printed brochure to the Linwood Adult School for the spring semester for 1967 and 1968. And inside it has a list of all the classes you can attend for the adult school. And then in the right here, highlighted is shorthand review. So it's important that it's here in the Gregg Manual of Shorthand. But what struck me, now I get adult classes sent to my home still to this day, and they look like this. Page after page of adult classes, you know, swimming and jumping and needlework and everything. But back then, you know, here's was your list of classes. You know, it's like the difference between a Carl's Jr. Menu and an In-N-Out Burger menu. You have very limited choices, and so you take your Gregg Shorthand. So I'm quite amazed at the difference between or how far they've come for adult classes since 50, 60 years ago. Now, the other day, we had a little tyke come up to the front counter, and she handed me this book, and she goes, "Here, I found something old in this book." At first, I didn't know what she was talking about, but I opened it up, and sure enough, there was something in this book. So I want to thank that little girl for bringing it to me. What is it? So we opened it up, and it is a gentleman sitting in front of a waterfall, and it says "Peace on Earth." But on the back, it says Christmas 77, seen in the Grampton Mountains, Victoria, Australia. And he wrote a little message there, a Christmas message. So this was taken in Australia. It's coming from Australia, and it's an Australian waterfall. Thank you. And finally, in this book here, The Pleasures of Music from 1962, I found this little bookmark, Mary Poppins from 1964. Now, that's the year the movie came out, was 1964, and it's a really well-made bookmark. You can feel it has a texture to it, and it's pretty nice. And it's a little bookmark from 1964 to commemorate the movie Mary Poppins with Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. That's pretty neat. I want to thank you for stopping by. Good day.